My name is Varun Mehta, and I am a multidisciplinary designer. I have been trained as an architect, although while I was in college, I started indulging into a lot of different streams of design, which basically helps me to cross pollinate my creative identities in between different disciplines. So I have a little bit of experience in web design, a little bit in graphic, product, interiors, architecture, installations, typography, print media, and that is how I like doing it. So that's how I see myself even in the future, having tiny bits, tiny fragments of a lot of things to make one thing out of it. I think for me, when I was in school, I really liked drawing and I got into technical drawing and I like making details and things like that. And I've always been a physical maker. That's when I knew that I needed to do something with design. And all I knew about back then was architecture. But as I grew, I knew more about design and how design branched out into so many different aspects. And the more I knew, the more I learned. And again, learning is like a lifelong thing. So there is no set day or age when you would exactly know what you want to do. What you like always, like how much ever we know is going to be like a droplet, and how much ever we don't know is going to be an ocean, and we only we can change that. uh, I feel like with the technology and everything upgrading right now, there was something that I let go in school because I had to take a decision between like technical drawing and computer science, and I let go of computer science when like my school was suggesting, like, remember we had electives in school.
Yeah.
They and in my school they like you couldn't choose your electives, like they used to give us the electives, and they told me to take computer science, but I took technical drawing because like my uncle was an architect and I was like, this is what I want to do. But now when I think of it, I because even in school, if you remember, I used to make these robots and things, like we used to dabble a little bit with coding. I feel like coding makes a millennial's workflow much easier with machine learning and AI. There's things that require a lot of thinking and manpower. It can be just simplified. So I'm going back to where I like stopped back then, relearning all of those things. So if I would have taken that up and then pursued my design part, because I think back then for us coding was to do only with computers, but now software development has literally entered into every stream of education, from law to this to data and like share markets and things like that. Actually, it's pretty relative. I think it all depends on the kind of person, like the kind of lifestyle that a person has had, and at least for me, and I believe for everyone else, it's like a lifelong process where you keep realizing what you actually want to do. So it keeps coming in fragments, and your decisions is what paves that way. I believe a lot of people give up what they actually want to do just because they need to anchor onto one thing and to stick to that and master that their entire life. Although, like, work is one thing, education is one thing, but like life can be more than that. So, the more experience you have, I don't know. I feel like you can have gradients of a lot of different things happening in life, so that the memories you make, the things you create, or the things you participate in would be more fulfilling.